For this gameplay, I decided to play Guardian. I chose this hero because he is the most defensive class. He starts with 170 health and 15 armor, which is much higher than the other heroes. However, he has lower damage, attack speed, and movement speed. So, Guardian is slower, but he can survive much more damage. Guardian starts the game with an axe, which fits his melee playstyle. Since he is a tank, I want to stay close to the enemies and take advantage of his high health and armor. I am not trying to be the fastest character. Instead, I want to survive and keep attacking while the enemies are around me. At the beginning, the enemies are not too difficult, so I can move through them without taking too much damage. Guardian is slower than the other classes, but his extra health gives me more room for mistakes. This is one of the main reasons I chose him for this run. As more enemies start appearing, the advantages of Guardian become more noticeable. There are more enemies surrounding me, but I can stay in the middle of the fight and continue attacking. With a faster and weaker hero, I would have to be more careful about getting surrounded. Another thing I like about Guardian is that his defensive stats work well with melee weapons. Melee weapons can deal good damage at close range, and Guardian has the durability to stay close to enemies. This makes a strong combination between defense and damage. Now I am moving into the next stage. At this point, I already have more upgrades, so Guardian is becoming stronger. His attack speed is still one of his weaknesses, but the idea is not to rely only on fast attacks. I want to build a character that can survive longer and deal consistent damage. This is where having more health and armor becomes really useful. Against stronger enemies, I can afford to take some hits while continuing to attack. Guardian is not designed to avoid every attack. He is designed to withstand them. I also think melee weapons are a good choice for this hero. Since Guardian already wants to fight at close range, weapons like Twin Slash can complement his playstyle. The extra damage helps compensate for his lower attack speed, while his armor and health allow him to stay in combat. Every level gives me an opportunity to improve the build. When I get a melee weapon or an upgrade that increases my damage, I am especially interested in it because damage is one of Guardian's weaker stats. Increasing his offensive power helps balance his defensive build. As the run continues, there are more enemies on the screen and the fights become more chaotic. Guardian's movement speed is not very high, so positioning is important. I need to avoid getting completely surrounded while still staying close enough to attack. This is one of the biggest differences between Guardian and the other classes. A mage can rely more on damage and critical hits, while an archer can attack from a distance and move faster. Guardian has a different approach. He is much more focused on surviving and fighting from the front. For my build, I want to keep improving my melee damage. Weapons such as the axe, Twin Slash, and Bone Hammer fit the Guardian very well because they allow me to fight enemies at close range. I don't need to completely avoid the enemies when I have enough health and armor to survive their attacks. At this level, I have another choice between different upgrades. I am looking for anything that can improve my damage or make my existing weapons stronger. Guardian already has excellent defensive stats, so improving his offensive abilities makes the build more balanced. Now, I am checking the map and preparing to continue. The deeper I go, the more important the build becomes. Having high health and armor is useful, but I still need enough damage to defeat enemies quickly. If the enemies survive for too long, my slower attack speed can become a problem. At this point, Guardian feels much stronger than he did at the beginning. His biggest advantage is still his durability, but the melee upgrades give him more offensive power. This is exactly the kind of build I was looking for. A character that can take a lot of damage while still being able to fight enemies at close range. Overall, I chose Guardian because I prefer a character that can survive a lot of damage. His health and armor are much higher than the other classes, although his damage, attack speed, and movement speed are lower. For me, the best way to play him is to combine his defensive stats with strong melee weapons. This makes Guardian a slow but very durable and powerful character. Thanks for watching.